All right. Good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for today. We have a great word, and I'm excited to share it with you. Let me see. Let's do that a little bit better. There we go. All right. So our word today is faithfulness. And so let's read the description first, and then we'll go from there. So faithfulness is being loyal to our beliefs, remaining firm and steadfast regardless of what happens. When our faith is tested, we stay strong and learn from the experience. We do our work with meticulous care and excellence, faithful to its true intent. With the people we love, we are abiding and trustworthy. They know we will not abandon them or violate the sacred trust between us. Faithfulness through the changes and tests of time is a sign of lasting love. Faithful friendship is one of life's greatest treasures. So what a great word, and certainly one of those virtues that we all appreciate, especially when it comes to friendships and to family and to our intimate relationships. And I think, at least when I first hear the word faithfulness, the first thing that comes to my mind is being faithful to the commitments that I've made, especially to to my wife and to my kids, and probably most importantly to myself. And so when I say to myself, I mean, what is it that you believe? I have to ask myself this question, what is it that I believe? What are the virtues and the values that I have that are most important to me, that are non-negotiables? They're not things that I'm going to negotiate on. I'm going to stay strong with, that I'm going to not allow other things to persuade me to change. And when I say that, I don't say that in a way that I'm not open-minded, but there's certain things that are just that non-negotiable. Like faithfulness to your partner. Okay, that's a non-negotiable. We're not going anywhere else with that, right? And having love for our children, having that unconditional love for our children, that's a non-negotiable. We're going to stick with that. So there's certain things that are important to individuals, and those are just, like we said, we call them non-negotiable virtues or values. And so certainly that is one place to start. And I think this is a great example of what I'm talking about when I, for many years now, I've done some form of sharing virtues with individuals or, publicly. And that started many years ago. Actually, I say many, 4 or 5 years ago, I started writing a post on Facebook. And then I did that for a couple of years. And then I did it with Facebook Lives, and now I'm doing it with YouTube Lives that I'm sharing on Facebook. Why do I do that? Is because I believe that all of us have those virtues inside of us, and they just need to be awakened. And one way of awakening them, for me anyway, is to read about them, to think about them, to focus on them during the day. And how can I demonstrate this particular virtue today? And that's the reason I do this. And the other part of it is that since all of us have these virtues inside of us already, and they're just waiting to be awakened, or they're waiting to be developed more fully, or they're waiting to be balanced with other virtues, that the same thing is true for our children. And so I believe that helping parents think about how can I bring out the best in my child? How can I bring out their virtues in a way that helps them to continue to grow? It's a mission, right? It's something that I believe is really important. So I'm faithful to that daily. It's something that I do. It's part of who I am. So it's interesting when this description says, when our faith is tested, we stay strong and learn from the experience. And so there are times, when, I don't know. In fact, even when I'm sitting here and I'm start the stream, right? And I'm thinking, am I really prepared for this? Well, I'm usually not prepared for it. I read the description and then we start talking about it. And whatever comes to my mind is what comes out of the mouth, right? Maybe I should prepare more for it, but that's how I'm doing this. So, the other part is about, how do parents help their kids develop this virtue of faithfulness? And I think the first thing is, faithfulness really is about loyalty, and it's about trust, especially with friendships and with family, especially, but then also with friendships. And and I think demonstrating to our children what faithfulness looks like and what loyalty looks like, what trusting and trustworthiness is looks like, both in the family and with our friends, is critical to helping them, grow up to have friends, right, and to be a good friend. And for some children, and I would say even for some adults, and I might even include myself in this, we need to be taught and to really think about what it means to be a good friend. How does that look? What is it? What are the things that good friends do? How do they listen? How do they respond? And how do they demonstrate loyalty to others? Not all children are born with the virtue of friendship and friendliness, let's say, as just kind of an automatic, easy thing for them. And I don't think all adults are that way. Some of us are more, what's that word? Not, we're introverts, right? We're more introverted, and so friendship comes a little bit harder. Other people are extroverted and like they're out there, right? So, and our children are the same way. We can't expect them for their personality to be changed just because we want it to be changed. And so we have to accept them for who they are, but at the same time, we also want to help them to learn how they can be friends, and how they can have friendships, and how they can have loyalty and trustworthiness and faithfulness in those friendships. So that's just one of those things. And it is, if they have one friend or two friends, three friends, I think that's a pretty good thing for most kids. And they don't need to be friends with the whole world, right? So I say this from personal experience, because it's not one of those things. I have a lot of acquaintances and I have a lot of people that I care about, but I think, and I would do anything in the world for, but that's just an area of friendship and close friendships, and being by myself, and as an introvert, it's just one of those things for me. I don't know. So let's maybe I ought to explore that a little bit more sometime. But for today, we're going to concentrate on faithfulness, and that's being loyal to the things that are most important to us, and clarifying ahead of time what those things are. Whew. Okay, so thank you very much for being here. I might mention today is my birthday, and I'm so excited, to reach this milestone. And I say that because this is a time in my life when it was not a good time for my father at this time, and so I had a belief when I was very young that I would not live to see this age. And so I'm excited that I am here, and I'm excited that my children are doing well, and I have grandchildren, and I get to see all those things. That's a very big blessing, in my opinion, anyway. So thank you for being here. And until next time, keep practicing the 4 C's of successful families: of clarity, communication, consistency, and community. All right, guys, until next time. Bye. Oh, I can't find it. Here we go.